Yeah.
Let's go.
This is your moment.
This is your moment. You better own it.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the podcast. This is your boy Cass in the house. I miss y'all. Where y'all been? Y'all haven't been around. Oh, okay. I haven't been around. But what's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Listen, man, we got some good stuff tonight. We're going to be talking about tonight. Got your boy. We got two guests on here. I'm gonna bring on. They already been on here, but um, we're gonna bring them back on here. I have one, especially is promoting her book just released today. I'm not gonna get all the details right now, but I'm gonna let her come on here and tell y'all about her new release today. Her book releases, so it's dope. So y'all go out and definitely support our black women out here. But listen, y'all, what do y'all think about this freaking debate that we all was going listening and turning our dials to the TV, getting them all these ratings and all that stuff? Look, I'm not into politics, but I'm actually on. I was playing a game last night, and I was on with my brother, and he I didn't know he was into politics. My younger brother, he's talking about, bro, I gotta go debate on. I gotta go watch the debate. So I'm like looking on my Facebook, everybody watching the debate. So I gets off the game to watch this freaking debate. Now, this is the weirdest debate I ever watched in my life. It was like two men and kids just trying to tell on each other. He did this. What about you? No, but you ain't this. I mean, it's freaking ridiculous. Why we all just can't get along and just come to an agreement to make the world a better place? Lord Jesus, these two guys was just like, and I ain't, hey, we just throwing stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna get some, see how my guests, what they think about this debate. Let me bring them more, y'all. Let me bring them more. Here we go. Hey, Rakisha. We got Rakisha.
Hey,
We got
everybody.
Chrissy and Lopez in the house. How y'all doing?
Hey everybody,
Yeah.
doing great.
Okay. Look, what do y'all think about the debate?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I didn't watch it.
I already knew.
I didn't watch it. I already know who I'm voting for, and I'm tired of the foolishness, so I didn't waste my time to watch it.
What about you, Chrissy?
Oh boy, now I was like eating my popcorn. I was glued to it. Of course, I watched it because actually politics is totally and completely my thing. Um, I think it was absolutely critical that everybody should have been tuned in. But like Lakeisha said, if you don't, I just don't understand the people that aren't sure of who they're voting for at this point. I mean, because there's Satan and then there's Joe Biden. So like, what's the problem? And I'm saying that like seriously, like when people say, "Oh, this is important election of a lifetime," literally is the most important vote election of our lifetime. There's so much that's on the ballot, and literally, if you understand, basic civics, that the president has an agenda, but you have, 535 people in Congress, really 435 Congress people and 100 senators that can move on an issue. And right now, there's so many important issues on the ballot that are absolutely essential to the daily life of people. You have the opinions are being written right now in the Supreme Court on the Byron Allen case. Where literally
Yeah,
there was, you know what I'm saying? This is critical. And
yeah.
for all these people of color that don't vote, keep if this is the last election that you all can sit out and don't vote. And if Donald Trump is back in the White House, and they retain, the Congress and the Senate, Black people, and I'm looking right into the camera, like Joe Biden said, looking at the camera, like literally, our right not only to vote is going to be overturned, because if when we earned the right to vote, it was done on a contingency plan, number one. So they built in a system that if we got to be so much that they could roll it back if they didn't like how much we had grown. But not only that, the Byron Allen case, and you need to go and read up on it.
So let me ask you a question.
There's
Kristen.
actually, yeah. Can I get this out first and then you ask me the question? Because I think if people don't know that they are literally, the Supreme Court right now is weighing and writing the opinion on whether or not Black people in this country, if they're going to take our rights away, not back to 1964, back to 1856 when we were slaves.
Okay.
Really? What are you going to do with us when you make us slaves again? When you take away all our rights and protections and liberties and right to property and jobs and everything back to 1865? That's what's on the ballot.
Okay, so my question to you. Trump says last night that he helped a lot of Black people since he's been in the office. Now you see the Kanye Wests, you see the 50 Cents. What do y'all think about these guys? And you remember, these guys got money and stuff. So it's a bit, to me, I think it's more is a business deal for them instead of them just, trying to vote this guy out.
Okay, so I think they're distractions. I think that it's so much coonery and buffoonery going on. We don't have to look far to really know and understand how 50 Cent feels about us, especially, people of color, most acutely women of color. We don't have to look far. Look how he rags on his co-star. Dude, she not only co-star, but your employee. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the EP of executive producer of Power, and then you trash. What's the young lady's name? Because I didn't watch Power, sort of.
Oh, you I forgot. Yeah,
but he trashes her every chance he gets. All the commentary about whatever. So we know what he's dealing with. Kanye West is mentally ill. Period. There's nothing that can be said about Kanye West. The same agenda that he came out and said, George Bush don't like Black people. With that spit built up in the corner of his mouth, always indicative of a person that's mentally ill and their mouth is usually dry because they on them psych drugs. But I digress. Right. They're crazy. They're distractions. And if it were really a good, they would never vote for Donald Trump for good business, because again, when they take us back to 1865, they're not going to be allowed to have business, and the governmental eminent domain can take them for every penny they have. So don't be too cute when you get all your money, and so they're otherwise ignorant is why they're out there. They're distractions. Go ahead,
Rakeisha, you had something to say?
Not after that, but all I can say as far as Kanye West and 50 Cent, they can't be even true to their own selves. What makes them think they're gonna be true to their people? And so they are so wishy-washy in their own life that we can't. They can't represent us. They're only there to represent themselves.
Well, all I have to say is that y'all need to go out there and vote, because if we want change, we got to go out there and make change.
Gotta make it happen.
And you just never know who's gonna be the next president. You never know. That's why you can't sleep on people. You can't sleep on people. Hey, so look, I want to talk about a relationship where somebody called me today and they have a story to tell y'all. And I want y'all opinion about this, because I could give you my opinion from a man's point of view, but we got two women on here that's probably going to destroy this guy. But let's hear this story, Rakisha. Let's tell us your experience.
I'm intrigued. What in the
Yes,
world?
tell,
So,
this experience is good.
I called Carnell today because if you all know, I am been on this show several times before and um have my opinion about relationships. But this time I was the one dating a guy for three months. Everything was going wonderfully, wonderfully. And so I got invited to one of his friends' wedding. And what happened is that he pretty much called me the day we were supposed to. The wedding was at 12:30 on Saturday, the 17th, and we had the previous day, the previous night, like around 10 p.m. We had really discussed like the time and what we were going to do and all of that. So everything was set for what we were going to do.
Mm.
At about 7:06 to be exact, I got a text message
This
that
is
said
getting good.
that the wedding was canceled. And the reason why the wedding was canceled was because the wife had caught the bride had caught COVID, and she had just got the results that night, that Friday. They were trying to decide what to do, so they had to go into quarantine. He said that they post canceled the wedding and that they were going to, after they finished quarantine, they were going to adjust the piece and then they probably would have something he would keep us apart. So of course me and my compassion said, oh my God, I can't believe, like, put myself in the bride's shoes, right? Your wedding day and you can't go because of COVID. So I was like, okay. So he was like, well, I'll come. He's like, I got some things to do around the house to this today, but I'll come to you later and we can hang out. No problem. So that's it. It was 7 o'clock. So I laid back down and went to sleep or whatever. But something just did not sit right with me. Like it just did not sit right. Like, you know how your discernment kicked in, and
Well, y'all called it tuition.
Intuition. I call it
Intuition.
Yeah, intuition. When I woke up, I was like, something not right. Something is not right. And mind you, I have, never really had any concerns before. So I went on about my day and it just kept bothering me. So I said, oh, he forgot that he gave me the invitation with the address and the names of everything. So I said, okay. I was like, I'm going to drive by this address and see what's really going on.
Oh, yes, Lord. A drive by.
So I was halfway there, and I'm going to say Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit said, this is not who you are. Turn around, you being crazy. So I was like, I'm going, whatever. So again, turn around. This is not who you are. This is, turn around. So I turned around. I did. I turned around and I said, it's going to come out. I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to come out. So I went back home with the rest of my day. And mind you, I said the wedding was at 12:30. 4 o'clock, around 4 o'clock, I'm sitting on my couch watching a little movie. And something said, again, I pulled up the invitation because I was contemplating whatever. So, I saw the guy's name, the groom's name. So I said, And I saw the wife's, the bride-to-be name. So I said, look them up on Facebook.
On Facebook?
I got it. So I looked it up on Facebook. The bride, she was blocked, so I couldn't really see anything. But the guy, the groom, his Facebook was public. So I said, oh, cool. Boom. First thing I saw was pictures of the wedding. So I said, okay, screenshot the phone, and he had a thing, he had a thing. I married, God bless me to marry the woman who saved my life today. So I screenshot that, sent it to him, and said, voila.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
Why you lie? You ain't got the lie, Craig. But why did you lie? So I heard nothing. He did not reply. So I sent him, was that Sunday? I sent him a text message because I was heated. I was on my way to his house. I was going to go, because you don't have to lie. Don't lie to me. Like, I'm not a type of female that don't lie. So what I did was I sent him a text message, and first text message I called him. I said, "So you're not gonna even answer? That's cowardly, right? That's a coward. You can't even answer me." So then I got myself together, and I said, "You know what?" I sent him a text message, and I said something of the sort of, "Whatever I have done, or to make you feel, or to put you in a position where you felt you couldn't tell me the truth, I apologize. However, we are grown. This is the conversation. We need to have a conversation. Da da da. Call me. Nothing." So I was like, okay, nothing Sunday. Sunday. This is Sunday. So on Monday, again, humbling myself because we're adults. Hey, this is the last attempt. I'm reaching out one final time. I was like, I don't want a bad mistake, just a bad mistake to define us. This is not who we are. We can move forward. I want the truth and an adult conversation. A truth and an honest conversation. So we moved on from, so still nothing. That was like around 8 o'clock before I went to report it to work. Then around 2:47, I would say 2:40 or something like that. I got a text. He did reply, and he said, "At this moment, I don't want to be in a relationship." He was like, I'm pretty sure that you can find somebody else. That there's somebody out there for you, and what else did he say? There's someone else out there for you. He said, I have decided to pursue something else. I decided to pursue something else, and something is just not right. I'm feeling it's just not right and good. Pretty much take care. So I got the message. I just sat there for a second, let that sink in, and I just said, okay. I said, well, I said, okay, thank you for that. I wish you the best in all you set to accomplish. And that was it.
So
I haven't reached out back up. I haven't called him back. I haven't seeked to find any closure or answers to see why you lied, what's going on, any of that.
So
wow. I really want to hear your opinion on
this.
this.
I've been dating for 3 months.
3 months.
So, men, we so messy. We don't know how to cover our tracks, man. We the bad part about it, he forgot that he sent you the invitation. So that's the bad part about it, because he didn't know what to do when you sent him that picture, because he didn't expect that. And the fear of a man is when a woman start pressing and start digging and finding stuff, and he's already lying on one thing, he's going to be lying on another thing. He's going to be lying. You're just going to start digging up lies from under the ground. This guy.
I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly what I did. And I found out that we went through all of everything, and of course, me and my girlfriend, we went digging, and because I'm like, something ain't right with this dude. You just don't do that to people, right?
Right.
And so I went searching, and come to find out, so he told me that he was divorced in September of 2018.
And so you kept on digging.
I did.
After he told you he didn't want to be with you, you still go dig.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I am, because I need to, because okay, that's fine, but I kept looking, and come to find out I found another lie that he said that he was divorced in September of 2018. And I found a picture to where actually he was married in September of 2018.
Oh, I'm trying to stop using the N-word. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So I'm like, okay, so that made me understand. So again, I've said before that I'm big on choices and don't take my choices away. And his bride then, she lived in Philly. So, he was married in Philly. So then again, I went and I was like, okay, let's see if they ever divorced. It doesn't look like they ever divorced. So, I'm just like, I don't know what to say right now. I mean, I'm hurt. I'm disappointed. I'm hurt and I'm disappointed. But at the same time, I'm just grateful that it was only 3 months.
Chrissy, what I know you got a lot to say. I know you got a lot to say, Chrissy.
This is a world-class trip. This is a lot to unpack. But then again, it's really not. You can really just you can unpack this like your little hygiene bag or his hygiene bag. We carry purses, y'all carry them little hygiene bags. Messy. And first of all, I would say to my cousin, you are so much better than that. He couldn't handle the truth, and he definitely couldn't handle you, whatever his issues are. And I'm not going to all the way bash him because, as we say all the time, we actually love men, and we fighting for you. We want you. We need you. So we're not always. I'm not always in the space of putting down men or a man. What we're dealing with are a series and what seems to be perpetually poor choices that just seem to rest upon men, most acutely of color, because that's what we're dealing with. And just like you said, the why. And I always have this phrase: any question that you have to ask why to when it comes to relationships is sort of a dead end, because if you don't have the why at the time you get that they're parsing the issue, you'll never get the why because they don't know. And I'll boil everything down to the least common denominator. And very much in this case, men, it's okay that they don't know what they want, or if they're sort of dating or whatever. First of all, be honest. If you're dating around, date around. Don't take my choice away, because what I'm never going to be is one of.
Right.
So if you're still dating around, I'm not even going to waste my time with you, because I'm not going to wait for you. I'm not going to wait for you to pick me out of a whole lineup. I'm not a criminal. You're not going to pick me out of a lineup.
That's right.
Number two, I'm not going to, because I'm already a bride. And so I'm already got my gown and my little tiara and my little veil and my bouquet. But what I'm not going to do is arrive at the altar with no flowers, just a bunch of stems, because I done had to beat off women and sometimes men, girl, but that's a whole nother story. But decisions and choices. And I get to the altar, I ain't got no flowers. I'm holding some stems because I done had to hit people with the bouquet. My dress is tattered and torn because we done fought, and I look crazy. Not doing that either. So it's okay if you want. That's what you want to do. Be honest. But the least common denominator, the whole baseline atomic level of what this is he doesn't know himself, therefore he don't love himself.
Wait.
Now. Let me finish. Because any man that has a wife, period, that is out doing other things, he don't love himself, because they are one flesh, and he don't love himself. So you ain't missing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay, so
but y'all, them brothers just got to start being honest.
So Chris,
it's ridiculous.
And I'm gonna ask you, this, Rakisha. If he wouldn't have never lied, right? And he just came out and said, "Hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. This and that, and the same stuff he said on Monday. Other opportunities, blah blah blah." Would you have still dig to see other stuff in his life?
No, I would have. I would have took.
Oh my God! Why?
Because there's a difference in lying. Because the thing is like, okay, he lied about that. Let me see who he really is. What else
But he didn't. No.
So that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that's why I continue to dig, because what else are you lying about? Like,
he had already said he never. Let's take the line out.
From what you're saying is no, I would not have digged. I would have not digged anymore. And the fact of the matter is, what made me dig even more is because your lie was so elaborate, and you actually spoke COVID over somebody.
You spoke that over her life, and it was an unsolicited lie.
Yeah.
An unsolicited lie.
I mean, it was a detailed lie. It's unsolicited lie. It was detailed. So that let me know you came out. What else? Like, what you've really been playing? Like, that's not just no, oh, I'm sick, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, my car broke down, I can't make it. That's a dangerous lie.
A sociopathic, like he spun a whole web that was
Yeah.
absolutely unnecessary.
He shouldn't have never said that. But you know,
if he would have said, "I'm sick, I'm not going," the only way I would have caught on is because I probably would have been like, if he said he had COVID, oh, okay, I'm not coming near you because I know what type of work he does, and I know he's in contact with people all day. So him having COVID is very possible. Very possible. So I'm not feeling well. I want you to say, okay, I'm gonna stay away, and I'm not gonna question you, and I'm not.
Right. Now, I, on the other hand, would have, not to cut you off, I would have, and let me tell you why. And because it was a gut check, you already had a gut check. Something in your spirit already told you that something wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a phrase I use, and I start to say, when people start doing different things, it's because they're doing different things.
That's it.
And so you had already had a gut check about, wait a minute, the last couple days, last week or so, something ain't right. So I would have, for that reason, continued to dig, because one of the worst things in the world, and let me tell you how people get so messed up and how people get so far and out in their mind, and it causes a chain reaction in their life. Like you said, you already felt it. Your intuition, Holy Spirit, what you already knew. And so when somebody comes back at you and says, well, it's not you, it's me, or whatever, and they start to tell a lie, what it does is dull your senses to your intuition. Because you're now being trained to be talked out of what you already really know inside of you. And that is inside of us a lot of times to save our life. It's the little hairs that stand up on the back of your neck because there's somebody over there in the bushes that you don't see, but you sense it. So people need to realize, when you lie to people and you take them out of what they already knew and you skew that, that's a bad thing. That's a really bad thing. It really doesn't have anything to do with you. It has something to do with the fact that you are killing who that person is, because you've taught them not to trust themselves. And that's not fair.
well,
Just be a man. Come on.
yeah, he definitely got caught.
Foul.
He definitely got caught in his shenanigans.
And not worth you. And not worth you at all. Girl, don't cast your pearls before. Don't cast your pearls before. He wasn't worth it.
I just left it at it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And I looked for so after I got that, I didn't dig anymore. I got what I needed. He really was, he was perpetrating a fraud, I guess.
Perpetrating a whole fraud.
No, he wasn't perpetrating the whole fraud. He just wanted.
What was he doing?
He wanted to get what he wanted to get. That's all. He was just being a man.
No, I see, and I beg to differ.
As far as what was he trying to get? No, honestly, what was he trying to get, Cornell?
Sometimes a man just trying to get the sex, and what I'm saying, and have his.
That was already established. That wasn't going to be the case.
Well, maybe that's why it was so easy to leave it. Because
and you're right. You're absolutely right. That
men in this day of time, and this just my opinion. Men ain't waiting 3 months no more. Some men, let me say some men. Y'all know the majority of them ain't waiting like that. Either if they waiting, either they got somebody on the side that they knocking off, and you just that person that they waiting on.
Okay, and so if that's what men do,
no,
I think that's a very
that's what we do.
And I can take that.
I accept it. I do think there are some though that aren't. But again, if that's the case, then just be honest.
That. Anything.
Just say that.
It's hard. Okay.
It's no reason to lie. And again, if he felt like he couldn't tell me the truth, then my bad. I don't see where you couldn't tell me the truth, because regardless of how you felt, I've always told you the truth. I've lied to you about nothing.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I always tell my daughter this. I have 2 daughters, and I told them, and this
careful now.
This is what I told them. I said, As long as you give it up to a man, there's nothing else you can offer him. That's what I said to my daughter in a younger age, because I believe once you give it up to a man and you're not married, it's nothing else you can offer a man. Because that's our
I mean,
brain.
I would agree with that.
Our
And
brain,
I would
that's
agree
what
with
we
that.
want.
Mhm.
And that keep us, no lie, that keeps men sometimes longer in a relationship. And sometimes that breaks a man in a relationship, because if the woman ain't giving it up, like, dang, you waited till you 60 years old. Now you want me to wait for 3 months and you got 10 kids? I mean, to me, I'm just looking at it as in that's how
So
we think. Like,
here's my take. Look, now, I'm a single woman,
Look at my
right?
face.
I do have my kids are grown, and I do have a 17-year-old daughter. And the reason why I just don't give it up easily is because she's watching her mother, and it's not. And I feel like, so number one, my child is watching me. Number two, so if I did and he still left in 3 months, like, that's no guarantee that a relationship will stay. And so I move on to another person, and no guarantee that relationship will work out. And then I move on to another person. So by the time my king do come, and I've shared myself with so many people, and that's not fair
Right.
to him.
Right. And
wait
so
a minute,
going
don't be
back to
saying
what,
right.
no,
What is going
no,
on?
listen.
That's
No,
not fair to him. Now, what he does is, regardless of what he does, that's what he does. It doesn't have, that's his choices. My choices is not to do that.
and even I'm going to make 2 points. Even the physiology of men and women are different. Men are external. Everything is going out. They can dust off, knock down, smash up, whatever, with all these phrases, any woman or chick, whatever, that they don't have. And it's external. We, by physicality, are receivers. We receive all your mess. And I'm going to leave that right there. And it's not, yeah, because we're grown. And remember, from a couple weeks ago, I only go but so far in conversations about sexual intimacy, because I'm going to be honest, because to me this is an external conversation. We're talking about the issue. We're not talking about me, because to me it gives people on these airwaves too much insight to how to get to me, and I know what my weaknesses are. So I'm only going to. It's not for broadcast. That's for a
Well,
one-on-one.
what's your weakness?
Bye.
She
Boy.
does
And then
He play too much.
I didn't fall out of heaven. Red blood.
No,
But it's a war.
Cornell, like,
And all, yeah, go ahead.
so you've never said you give it. So what do you think it was? Do you think it was a sex thing? Is that what you think?
I think it was. I think it was more. I think he had an ex girlfriend, or his. You said that he was married, but not.
So he had a
divorced.
wife, regardless of what their situation was. So
I
that's
think
one.
she was going to be there, and he didn't want you to meet his ex because he probably still had feelings, and and it's only 2020. So you said this was an 18 and 19. 2018, 29.
Right.
I'm saying,
It's
you know
not
what I'm
a
saying?
long time.
And
It's
no
still
indication
fresh.
that they had ever divorced.
Yeah.
No indication that they had ever divorced.
So
okay.
it's still
Hot now.
fresh,
Mm-hmm.
and so he haven't got over that ex-wife.
Right.
He very much has gotten over an ex-wife, if she's an ex-wife, or he very much hasn't, because they might be still together, or he very much is the kind of man that once you just continue in a pattern of anything, you're desensitized to everything, so nothing really matters. Because, like you said, he wanted to pursue something. You don't have to pursue your wife. You need to continue to date and be good to your wife, but he wanted to pursue some other things, and so it might have been like might have been. Women should never aspire to be is one of. Back to your point, really, and back to your point, and you said, and I think more really need to put daughters by her view when they're doing all of this dirt, because men have a way of thinking women that they would never want done to their mother, sister, daughter, niece, baby cousin, stepdaughter. And so, what makes it okay for you to do that thing, that woman? Because she's somebody's sister, daughter, mother, cousin, niece. And so, you have to be very, very careful because your stuff might not come back on you. It might come back on your children. And see just how stupid you feel when you are sitting on the edge of a pink bedspread with flowers and Care Bears holding your daughter when somebody smash her up and trash her up because that's what you did. You brought that on her. Just saying.
Okay, I have another subject I want to and listen,
Yeah, you
y'all
wanna get
on
off
here,
that.
y'all send y'all comments, send what y'all think, let your boy know y'all on here, y'all checking your people out. Listen, do you think loving your own child is different than
Moving because
loving
my
your
phone
stepchild?
don't look like it's going dead.
Repeat that again.
Go ahead.
Do you think loving your own child is different than loving your stepchild if you had a stepchild?
Yes.
Why you say yes?
Well, my situation, I had a stepson, and it was well, my situation was a little bit different. I had a stepson that I had since he was 2, and I loved him with everything that was in me, and I treated him as my own. But there's always a place where you can love him as much as you want to. My issue was when it came to the raising. And we had him full time, so he wasn't coming on the weekends or anything like that. We had him full time. And am I good?
What happened? She
I'm
left.
not,
So she left.
she something must have happened. She must have some technical difficulties. So the raising, we had him full time, and the raising was a little bit differently, and I wasn't allowed to parent him the way that he needed, that I felt he needed to be parented. So it kind of left me in a position where
Okay.
I wanted to give everything. I still didn't because it was always that point in the background where someone is saying, that's not right. Let's not do this way. Don't do it this way. So it kind of got me to take a back seat to it. Everything.
I mean,
So
because I was talking to somebody and their mindset was like, they think it's like, well, I love them the same, and this and that, and I'm like, well, of course you're gonna love them, but the issue is that your other kids saying that you love this child more, and you love the biological child more than you loving a stepchild, and we love them the same, but it's a different love. I mean, I don't know what to say about that because you got the blood.
I can agree that there is, to a certain extent, there is a different kind of love.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, my issue with all of this is that I hope we get Christy back. My issue with all of this is that there's always, you can never be as close. You can just do the best you can as a step parent because there's always limitations. There's always some type of limit unless the parent is actually gone. And in this case, she was gone for a while, but she came back and she became very consistent. So again, he has a mom, right? And I loved him. I still love him. Matter of fact, the text message, I think. Well, I said I'm really missing my stepson, and it hurts because when we were divorced, he was like, "Mommy, why you come with me?" he asked that question. Why I couldn't come with you? Why did you leave? You took Naya. And so I had to explain that to him that legally I couldn't take you, even though I wanted to. So it hurts. It hurts. Being a step parent is a hard job. And as far as loving, you do love them, but can you love them? In some instances, you can. I believe wholeheartedly you can love them as much as you and take responsibility as much as you do your biological children. But in most instances, there's some type of blockage there.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree. I don't know where Chrissy went, but I want to throw this up here. Listen, y'all, she has a book out, The Pandemic Solutions, How to Fight COVID-19 and Other Coronavirus. Y'all go check her out. This is her book cover. She released it October 19th, which that was, when that was October? That was a couple of days ago. So learn how to fight viruses with what's on the earth. Go check it out. Please
a lot of good information.
Support our black sister. Listen, y'all. Thank y'all. I know the audio was kind of in and out, but I appreciate y'all for hanging in there and listening to all these great stories tonight. Rakisha, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Listen, y'all holler at your boy. I'm going to try to be back on here next week. And again, Saturday, we got my boy. Y'all seen my post. We got my boy Rudy Carnes this weekend, which actually tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Go check him out on the Word Network. I'm producing a show on the Word Network. It's called This Is Your Moment. Go check it out. Check your boy Rudy Carnes. And next week, I think we got Tasha Skanks from Greenleaf. And the week after that, I think we got Griff from Erica Campbell's show. And the week after that, I think we got Jacayla Carr. I mean, we got to go. I've been so busy, y'all, producing these shows. So it's more to come. Y'all check your boy out on this weekend with your boy Rudy Carnes. All right? Listen, we out. Thank you, Rakisha. See you.